It's very natural for people to grow up in a car-based, car enthusiast family and kind of via osmosis get involved and get interested in cars. And that's what's happened in this particular Barn Find episode of the Late Break Show. You see those Porsches, well, you'll see a few more of those. But actually, the Barn Find that we've come to see here, or the Barn Finds, they're not those. They are rear-engined and they are rear-wheel drive, but they're not. They're not Porsches. And there's quite a lot of them in this field. They're Skodas, but the two cars that we've come to see are down there in that lean-to, and they're incredibly rare Skodas. So come with me as hopefully we'll pull them out, clean them up, and maybe fire them up by the end of this episode. I'm Jonny Smith. This is a Barn Find episode of the Late Break Show. Hey dog, hey. So James, this is not your garden.
No.
This was your dad's garden.
Yep.
And you lost your dad last year, late last year?
Yeah, late last year, yeah. So had a battle with cancer and so unfortunately passed away, but he's left his legacy, so to speak. So
his automotive, well, he's a hell of a barn as well.
Yeah.
So his automotive legacy, talk me through. I know we'll come on to the Porsches thing a bit later,
yeah,
maybe even bleed into a second episode, because there's some in there. And he started this thing with, he was always into Porsches as well?
He was kind of always just into cars. Like I remember growing up, most families had one car, and for most of the time we had three, So there was, we had my mum drove a Porsche 924S as a daily driver, and my dad's commuter was a Golf GTI, and those sort of things just got particularly me and my brother really into it. He just, he had this motto, my dad had this motto, what man has made, man can mend. So he would buy stuff.
We might need that later.
Yeah, he would buy stuff that needed a bit of work
and
get it going, and sometimes it was a necessity because weren't always fortunate to have a barn full of cars and stuff. So but yeah, it was always just his passion really, and he was he always called himself a mechanical engineer,
right?
And just loved transport, loved trains, loved cars, motorcycles for a while as well.
There is a train line right alongside here, so you might see or hear a train later on. So Porsches, then Skodas, and we'll do a full tour of the premises of Skodas, because there's two over there. I know the one on the right is a later car, like a 130 or a 120. The one on the left is an earlier car.
It is, yeah.
Which looks like it's been there for a while. And then you've mown around a lot of the Skodas. This is the sort of 80s one that I'm more familiar with, and that one there, which looks like it's had some mods done. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, so these two are Stells. This was the original one, the first one that he bought in 1999. It had an idea of doing MCC trialing.
Yeah.
So knew that the Skodas were pretty good. He kind of thought about doing a Beetle, but no, he was settled on Skodas. So saw this car at the back of Aston Vauxhall in Malta Mowbray, 50 quid.
Like a trade-in or something?
It was a trade-in, 50 quid with an MOT. And Dad...
With an MOT?
Yeah. So he went and bought it, and he drove it around for a couple of years. We did some modifications on it, and in 1999 when he was driving around, it was not the coolest thing to be seen in.
No.
So we didn't like it as kids. But actually, when he started modifying it, and he became good at the trialing, and we used to go green laning, it was really fun.
I'd love to trial again. I have trialed in this on this channel, but not in a Skoda. So right, let's go for a walk down here, shall we? Because there's two much rarer Skodas down here. So the cool trials car, love the trials car. Love it. Another Porsche. So interesting, quirky Porsches. You haven't gone
quirkies.
for the
No 911s here.
No 911s.
Yeah. So which is that's what we liked. So
I mean,
a bit different.
I mean, look, 924 turbo.
Yeah. And then on to probably the rarest Skoda that we've got.
Gosh,
it's an S110R. I've never seen another one ever.
Is that right-hand drive?
It's right-hand drive.
Gosh, wow.
It was a project. It came after the trials one, and yeah, it needed a bit of work. We'd spent years looking for panels, and we have every panel new, ready to rebuild it.
Do you?
Yeah, but it's we just never got it off the ground. So
Yeah.
it's sat for a long time. It's probably been in our ownership since 2000. So
This is a seriously rare car.
It's a very rare car, yeah.
Nicknamed the communist Carrera, because in coupe form, there is something Porsche about them.
Yeah.
And and when we pull it out, you'll see the front end. It's got a really handsome looking front end. I love these. Amazing at rally. I mean, all of these were amazing at rally.
Yeah. So this is the pedigree for this one. Dad's whole idea was we had the Estelle that we were trialing in.
Yeah.
Why not do an original S110 as a rally car? And that was the plan.
Right.
But yeah, sadly, we've never really got there. So.
Well, it seems to me like your dad was a bit of a hoarder.
Yes.
And easily distracted automotively.
Oh, totally.
And I can relate to those things. So there used to be more cars here?
Yep, we've got rid of some cars.
You've got rid of some?
Yeah. So, yeah. And then on to the next
Gosh.
beast from the east, as they say.
A beast from the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah. Skoda Rapide Cabriolet.
Yes.
I understand they're quite rare. They only sold them in the UK.
Yes.
And they were like a post-developed type thing. So they, were cut in the UK. They weren't from factory.
Yeah, that's right. They were made. They were made by a specific dealer.
Yeah.
And sold to order, based upon the coupe.
Yes.
The later version of that car that we've just seen. And this was towards the end of production of the rear-engine Skoda, because I think they made these from like 84 to 90, and then of course the Berlin Wall came down. Communism ended as we knew it, and this was a communist car.
Yeah. Was it the cheapest car for sale? Was it Estelle was the cheapest car you could buy new in the UK?
Many years,
for many years, yeah.
Many years. Which is why people used to take the piss. And it's unfair, really, because just because it's the cheapest doesn't make it the worst. We all know that. I mean, there's tons of expensive rubbish cars on sale right now.
True.
But I think in competition, they really proved themselves.
Yeah, totally.
And always, I think, a far superior car to the Lada.
Yeah.
Which was cheap and, agricultural, but also a bit rubbish. Whereas actually, I think these were a superior product.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why Dad really liked them as well, is that you could, they had this reputation of being a bit of a skip.
Yes, especially the convertible was nicknamed the Skip. And I don't actually know how many were sold. I haven't found out at the time of this video, of us videoing it. But if I find out production numbers, I'll put them on the screen. But surviving numbers is another story.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So I've never seen another one apart from the one that we owned.
Wow. Okay. So this car, for full transparency, this Skoda, the Cabriolet, it hasn't been off the road for many, many years, has it?
No.
This actually came off the road quite recently.
Yeah, so the last MOT was in 2019, and I think Dad would have used it for a little while, and then, that would have been it, parked up. So
although it does look like it's been there for years, and this number plate is not still on the car, you sold this to a 911 owner on eBay.
Yeah, it went on eBay, so so it's now on a 996 Carrera, so, now it's F659.
Okay, cool. Full lock.
There we go.
Yeah. We're flying.
Oh, we not started it already.
Like and subscribe, please, if that's all right. Look at her.
She's not in bad shape.
Yeah,
really.
no, not bad at all. Is it me, or is the front really high? Or is that just that standard ride height?
Well, maybe.
It looks high.
It does look high.
You can always tell a communist car. Exposed screw heads.
Yep.
There was no regard for hiding. Things like, you know, in Western Europe, we were like, no, you can't do this anymore. You can't just have screws on display. That was what we used to do in the 50s and the 60s. But actually, it looks phenomenal condition. And you said your dad bought this one on a whim, surprise, surprise.
Yes.
From a guy that came and delivered something to the house and saw one of these Skodas in the field.
Yep. So the story goes, the guy was delivering something. He spotted the trial Skoda and said, "Oh, I've got one of those." And my dad was like, "Oh, right, yeah, okay." And he said, "Yeah, it's a convertible." And my dad was like, "No, it can't be a convertible." And this gentleman was adamant, "No, it's one of those, but it's convertible." He goes, "Oh, I'm trying to sell it at the moment, but this guy's just messing me around. It's been ages." So so my dad said, "Oh, well, you know, tell me a bit more about it." So he says, "It's this convertible, Rapide." And he said, "Yeah, this guy's going to buy it for like £2,000. It's quite a lot of money." And my dad was just like, "Well, I'll come pick it up tomorrow."
Oh my gosh. So it was in really good nick when he bought it, and it's been kept dry, and it does look really, really good.
Yeah.
So these last cars, the coupes, were the 136.
Yes, that was the biggest engine that they put in them.
It was, wasn't it? So it was the quickest one with the 5-speed gearbox, which it proclaims on the boot lid. I always loved the little ducktail. It's even got an RS style ducktail.
Yeah.
They're an interesting car, these. I just think, even if you don't want one, I mean, the fact that this was made Coachbuilt by a company in Tunbridge Wells, sold under official dealerships, Skoda UK dealerships, in the UK only, and Skoda upheld the warranty, and it had this steel roll bar in the middle, and this structure here, which is, I guess, cut around about this B-pillar, because this is different to the coupe, I'm sure it is. Dash is in pretty good condition. No, that's the sun visor, which should be up here. Yeah, they're missing 2 sun visors, but the condition of the seats is great. Almost like a checker flag, kind of like a, I don't know, like a communist Porsche Pasha or something like that. The mountain steering wheel, I don't know if that was standard on the convertibles, the cabriolets, but 5-speed was on these late cars. They always had a very long straight stick with a forward bit of a cobra head. It never looked right to me. It always looked like it was on back to front. But almost a flat floor car as well, of course, because, well, there's no transmission tunnel because all the transmission and everything's back there. You can hear that James has gone to fire up his dad's trials car. To get this car out, we've got to move this barrel.
Yeah. Right, if you tip it up. There we go.
Oh, it's actually lighter than I thought.
Okay.
I was expecting it to be full.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll come this way
Yeah.
and pop it in front of the...
Now James, you know there's going to be viewers shouting at the screen going, "What's that?
Wow.
What is that?"
What is that? Okay, well, that is a Mark 1 Golf GTI X-Reg. So can't remember what year
81?
that would be. 81.
Yeah, early.
Yeah, and I remember when we were kids, Dad bought it just so we could go and rip around Wales and stuff, and it was great. But it was this car was the car that Volkswagen used for advertising the Mark 1 Golf GTI, specifically its undersealing.
So rust protection.
Yeah, which is ironic because it's completely rotten.
I've just noticed now, of course, the roll hoop and everything, because it's got no front end and it has a bath on its roof, so I couldn't really work out what it was. So it is a complete car.
Yeah, we've got all the bits. So at some point, it had an MOT failure because of corrosion, and we basically stripped it down, and we were going to get it all welded. But but the further we got, it got more and more. But Dad was so attached to it. We had so many fun memories as kids.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get rid of it. And of course, again, we talk about space and the disease of filling it up.
Yeah. 2, 1. That's rolling. That is bloody rolling. Bit more steering lock, I think. Bit more?
Yeah, I reckon now.
I think we're going to have to Dr. Evil it, aren't we?
Yeah.
If we shimmy Dr. Evil it. It's really free.
It's really free.
Really free.
I'm so surprised.
I'm just so impressed because I was expecting to drag it.
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming. All right, we good there? Look at that.
Wow.
Out in the sun.
This is the first time I've seen it out.
Is it?
Yeah. I've only ever seen it when it was being stored in a container or under the extension there.
You didn't get a chance to just admire that amazing shape. I think, do you know what it reminds me of? Back end reminds me of something Porsche. The front end reminds me of an Eastern European tram. Looks like a tram.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a great looking thing.
Yeah.
I used to love watching old rally clips from like the 70s and 80s, usually Finland.
Yeah.
Obscure parts of Eastern Europe, and these were just always on it. The back was always squatting, full maximum attack, front end was high. So I'm guessing it would have come on steel wheels, and maybe your dad's put an alloy on. I reckon the alloys
maybe,
are this era.
Yeah, it looks more like a Stell era, that.
But it does look good on those rims.
Yeah, and then weirdly, there's a different type of rim on.
Oh yeah,
on this
another
side.
one.
Yeah,
Which is the same
that is
as-
an Estelle.
That's an Estelle rim, yeah.
Yeah, you could see it off those ones.
So you say in there on the mezzanine floor, you've got pretty much everything that is required to rebuild this.
Yep, so we've got new doors, new wings, front and rear, and a new front grille. There's a new front grille because that's, this face.
The sort of fascia, yeah. But I think now we've got them both out, I think we'll pop the engine bays and have a look and see. I mean,
we could see some differences.
your dad bought this as a running car.
It was running.
So it's rusty but running.
Yes,
And that was on the road not that long ago, 2019.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, engine in the back. It's got that little hook there. That little,
Right. Interesting, isn't it? Canted over and water cooled. So the rad's in the front?
the rad's in the front. It's got some piping that comes all the way. So it's solid pipes that come across.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you've got the header tank here.
Yep.
It's a long travel distance for the coolant, isn't it? So I think either it's just general degradation or rodents have been at the soundproofing and
Yeah.
fire retardant.
It could well be it's just fading away. I mean,
Yeah.
it's but it doesn't look too bad.
But so we got ignition right here. Yeah, okay. That's easy. Carb, easy access.
I
yeah.
do know that they're a mechanical fuel pump. They're not an electric fuel pump,
Well, that's good.
so which is good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, and the battery sits behind the seats, behind the rear seats. So it's not in the front where you'd expect it to be, or away from the engine, or in the engine bay. Like
And you said the fuel tank is back here too.
fuel tanks at the rear.
Because the filler's just here, and I can see the pipe going down. Okay, hopefully, because it's a simple beast, we should be able to do what we usually do, which is take the plugs out there on this side.
Yep.
Clean up the distributor cap. Clean up the plugs. Probably take off the fuel feed. Assume
good idea. Yeah.
assume the fuel pump's dead and the fuel's dead, but we don't know.
Yeah.
And then we'll turn it over with no compression. See if we get a spark. If we do, introduce it with some fresh fuel, and you can decide whether we put fuel in the tank or whether we run it off my can or
Yeah.
run it off a bladder.
We could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is new. Look
Is
at
it?
this
Yeah, that is.
and this. I mean, I don't even need to clean them up. Look how shiny that is.
Yeah.
It's bloody amazing.
It wouldn't have surprised me if my father had replaced that.
I mean, that looks
Yeah.
very, very good. Let's just take that off. It is still points.
Oh, okay.
Bloody is.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll clean.
We've got the plug out. This first plug doesn't
Yep.
look too bad. A little sooty. But I'll get a wire brush. Oh, you got a wire brusher.
Yeah.
Look at that. You've done this before, Johnny.
Well, I don't think I'm as hands-on as you are in terms of you maintain all four of your 968 Club Sports.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's quite impressive. What was your first car?
I had a Volkswagen Polo.
Yeah.
I think it was a Fox. It was a goodie. It was listed on eBay, £100 no reserve.
Nice.
And it said in the description, it's been a good runner, but now won't start in the rain. And my dad said, needs a new distributor.
Yes. I bet it's arcing.
Yeah.
I had a Polo Coupe that arced like hell.
It was a coupe, yeah. It was. Anyway, so my dad put a bid on it. It was £105 in the end. Dad went to go fetch it.
Yeah.
And what happened? That's right, he took a distributor with him. He turned up, of course it's raining.
Yeah.
And he's like, won't start. And the guy said, oh, okay. Dad said, I've got some spares, I'll try and get it going. Otherwise, I'll just ring the AA. So the guy goes, oh, go get a torch. And the guy walked to the house to go get a torch. And by the time he came back, my dad had fitted the new distributor cap and it was sat there running.
Oh, was the guy?
And the guy was absolutely livid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've cleaned that up and put that back on. So unless there's a fault with the condenser or something, but we'll soon know that. We'll leave one of the plugs in when we turn it over. Now the fuel comes in. Luckily I can get my entire head in the engine bay. That's the fuel feed there, because that's the pump down there.
oh, yep. So you're.
So wherever that feed is, I'll crane my head around when you're finished with the plugs. It's on that side.
Yep.
And I'll just check that the throttle linkage is happy. So you said this is as powerful and large capacity as rear engine Skoda's got?
Yeah, there was not a bigger engine than this one.
Yeah.
So
I'll put the stats on screen of the massive power that this was putting out.
I expect it's something around 85 horsepower.
Okay.
I know would be my guess.
I know 0 to 60 was around 15 seconds, I think.
Well, I've got an old magazine that has an article on a Rapide 136 Rapide Cabriolet.
Yeah.
I'll have the stats in there. We can have a look at that in a bit.
Perv over
in fact,
that later.
I put it in that folder on that.
Oh really? We'll have a look at that in a sec. I'm going to say your dad made that trolley. It looks like the sort of thing that if he was in the vending machine game.
It's a Clicks trolley. They were hospital trolleys, so they used to have a Clicks. It was basically a glorified kettle.
Yeah.
And have they'd go round.
Oh, like an urn.
And offer cups of tea.
Yeah.
And coffee. So are we taking this off? We're just to get some more access.
I think we can just have a look and see, because then I can get to the fuel.
Yeah.
We'll see if the fuel pump works.
Well, the fuel won't be that old if it was used in 2019. So
yeah, and actually this fuel pipe feels relatively new, because normally they're very, very crusty and horrible, but that doesn't feel too grim. Yeah.
Right, I've bought a new battery, so I'm going to attach that behind the rear seats.
Right, I've overflowed it a little bit, so you'll have a bit of water peeing out, but... Are you going to keep this car? Is your plan to keep the Cabrio, or are you going to... Well, I know you've got to obviously sell some of the cars, because you don't need all of them.
There is we have a lot of very similar things.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of projects.
Yes.
And I kind of can only do one at a time. So I'd rather somebody was able to enjoy it. So
out of the Skodas, are you going to keep the Trials?
We're going to keep the Trials car.
Yeah, because that's the first one of your dad's, and that's got some provenance, racing provenance.
Yeah. Oh, it's a well-known car in the MCCs as well. It was seriously competitive.
Brilliant. So in an ideal world, obviously when we turn it over in a sec, if we get a spark, we might even get some fuel coming through. If the fuel pump works, we could just put fresh fuel in it and just use its original system, or we could get the can of Hope out, attach the can of Hope and see if it runs there. That's assuming we've got a spark. And if this runs, we celebrate with some lunch and some coffee, and then we have a look at the engine bay of this one.
Should we put a plug on?
Yes, just put a plug on. You've got the order.
I remember the order.
Have you? Yeah. I haven't touched it.
I think that's number 4. So I think let's pop that guy on and see if we get a spark.
We can put it somewhere dark and dingy where we can see. We'll see if we get fuel coming through as well, I guess.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to crank it.
Can you just go one more time?
Yep.
Yeah. You've got a strong spark there.
Great.
And you've got no fuel coming through,
Okay.
but although we don't know if there was any fuel in the fuel tank.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I normally assume the mechanical fuel pump is dying. Does it have a it has a priming lever.
Really?
Look,
Oh, that is that. Okay.
listen. You can prime it. That's so bloody good. Well, it ain't priming anything. So it's entirely up to you. I can put my can of hope on there,
Yeah.
plugs in, tickle a tiny bit of fuel down its neck and see if it fires. I'm guessing it's manual choke.
It is. No, there's no. I don't.
Is it auto?
I don't recall. It's auto.
Oh, this
choke, yeah.
might be this.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I think let's put the can of hope on it because then we'll know for sure, and then I can try.
I'll keep an eye on it because it might just suddenly splutter. I have had this on previous barn finds where,
All of a sudden
1
kicks
minute
in.
of turning later and suddenly it's spraying oil everywhere and you hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
I reckon plugs back in and
Okay.
I'll get the can.
I'll do the plugs, and you want to
How joyful.
work on the.
It's so joyful, isn't it? The can of hope. The can of hope. Just realises, I said if only we had a table to just put this on and get it a little bit closer to the engine bay of the Skoda, and sure enough, here we are, look. We'll rig up the life support machine. Wow, this is a long journey, isn't it, for the fuel?
Thought you were going to have an innuendo there, Johnny.
No, I don't do that sort of thing, James. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't know what. God, this is really
Is it tight?
It's a seriously tight one, this. Right, there we go. That's in. Stop it, all of you. All of you, stop it.
That's a great little bit of kit.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Tony. I always thank Tony because Tony's always here in spirit
Yeah.
because of the can of hope.
Beautiful.
I reckon if the plugs are in and we did have a good spark, I'm just doing a sense check and we've got 80 meters of fuel lead, but ultimately fuel should go into its mouth.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, we can always put a little tickle down the mouth.
Okay. All right. Good to go?
I think so. Yeah, excited.
All right.
Let's see what we can see.
Okay. Ignition on.
Bit of throttle. No. Should we try putting a little bit of fresh fuel into its mouth?
Yep.
And if it gets an immediate splutter, then we know that does not want to come on. Shit, there we go. Right, yeah, so it was just dribbling.
Definitely
wasn't it?
getting fuel.
Definitely getting fuel. Yep. So I think we could drizzle a little bit down its mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Give it maybe 2 pumps on the throttle.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen fuel coming in. Oh, stop. Okay, the original fuel pump started to work with gusto.
Okay.
It's just fired fuel out of it. Hey, that sounded really good.
Hey, that sounds good, doesn't it?
That sounded brilliant. So, yeah, it's just jetted out of there.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't smell, I mean, I've smelt worse fuel. So we can get that jug from in there and I can put that into it and it can just start emptying into a jug and we can just carry on, see if we can run it. I mean, it sounded really good.
It does sound really
A
good.
bit of water coming out of the overflow, but that's because I brimmed it. Should we go again with a jug?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go again, hopefully
right.
with fuel going into the jug. Yep. It's on choke, just leave it on choke. Yeah, so you can see, look,
Oh, yes. Coming out well.
it seems to be running really happy. Really happy.
Hey, that fuel pump's powerful.
Going, going.
You're right. It does sound sporty.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. That just a bit of excess fuel there burning off at the back.
Yeah.
Nice. Happy days.
I call that a win.
Yeah.
One communist Carrera fired up. Now we've got another communist Carrera to fire up.
All right.
Yeah. So I think we'll take the can of hope off and turn the trolley round and have a go on this.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
So if you've been watching this going, oh, tell us more about the Porsches, there are more Porsches. You've definitely inherited your dad's affection for the quirky front-engined, rear gearboxed Porsche. You got 4 968 Club Sports?
Yep.
Bloody hell. And there's 9, what did we go past there? We've got 928.
928, a 944 turbo. Yeah.
And there's an unbelievably rare Porsche back there. So I think what we're going to do is we'll film a separate episode with James's barn and car cave collection. There's some supercharged polos in there and all sorts. It's great. So if we do one, I will put a link in the description, or I'll talk about it on social media, and we'll put out in quick succession with the Skoda barn find. Okay? Because this is too good to pass up. I've never met anybody who's got 4 Club Sports.
Actually, don't know many people who even know what a 968 is. So it's, yeah, they're pretty special.
Yeah.
The ultimate transaxle, in my opinion.
Ultimate transaxle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. They're phenomenal. Right, time to touch the S110R. I don't really know much about the engines, but I obviously know that this is a relative. That's a more modern version of this, effectively. So, yeah. And you said it did run.
It ran when it was bought, but that was
that
was a long time ago.
That's pre-millennium or millennium?
Yeah, millennium-ish.
So quarter of a century ago. Oh, okay, it's a flapping engine panel.
I think.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Oh, rally style.
Yeah, it just comes off. So should we place this in a safe place?
It's clearly based on a similar thing.
Yeah, look, air cleaner's the same.
Yeah.
Fuel pump's the same. All the ancillaries look the same. So the block might be the same, but the cooling system was still in the back here. So more efficient way of doing it is the front, but with more plumbing. But for the purposes of what we need to do, I mean, we can just reconnect that pipe and we'll just do the same again then.
So interestingly, the fuel tank's in the front on this one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Air cleaner off.
Yep.
Plugs out. Clean up the ignition, and you have got the key for it, haven't you?
I've got the key. Yep. Yeah,
cool.
We found that. Yep. Oh, yeah.
So if that's, yeah, so the difference, yeah, we need to lube the linkage of the throttle because I'm worried it'll stick.
Should we try the plugs? I mean, this hasn't been ran for a while, so this is going to be a bit different to play with. So let's get the plugs.
Do you want me to lube the plugs?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
That looks awful. Curious. Does that look watery?
It almost does look watery.
That does not look good.
And that is oil.
Yeah, that might be the WD or.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay.
Have you ever seen a more chody rotor arm than that? That's the chodiest rotor arm.
The chode arm.
It's all width. There's no length to it. I think, oh hello, did you just connect the battery?
I did.
It's got a major spark on the points.
Okay, I'll just hold.
Right, so them's is cleaned up,
yep.
Them's is cleaned up.
Okay, let me put these plugs back in now I've cleaned them.
Yeah. One of the HT leads is a bit loose at this end. Which one is it? Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's like a Dick in a chimney.
That's a new one, mate.
What?
Dick in a chimney.
Look. Oil is good and a little on the high side, if anything. But you've lubed the bores.
Yep.
So we'll be turning it over with no compression to start with there, and we'll just check whether that's it. You see, now the throttle linkage is nice and loose. That's good. And I'll take off the fuel pipe.
Yeah, that is just shot, isn't
That's
it?
just come off
The other
in my hand. That's so brittle, this fuel line.
Well, have we? I think we've got some in stock, haven't we?
Yeah, we might have some fuel line spare. Hang on a minute, what was here? Is there something missing here? What's there? There's nothing there. It's like a blanking plate with a it's an engine mount.
Yeah, that's.
It's where an engine mount should go. Oh, that is the engine mount.
Yeah.
So it's a plate that goes onto the engine mount. Right. So if it does fire up and it wobbles like hell, we'll know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But we won't be revving it. Oh, hello.
Well, that was the tool.
I saw that. It tweaked.
I think it's probably just at a break point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'll put all the other plugs back in. So we just
Oh,
got
you
that
put
one.
them all in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from the one.
No. No. Let's try the plugs out.
Okay.
I think it's time to take the fleece off. I'm absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you fleeced up today as well.
Well, it felt fitting.
Yeah, it's true. It feels right, doesn't it?
Barnfind fleece.
Yeah. Right. And then we'll just see whether we think might go for a belt cut in a minute, I think. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's sliding on the grass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's properly braking.
Right.
Like that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
Strength.
It's twigs versus logs.
Sheer strength.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, so we've done that, and obviously the lube that's going to be in the bores, hopefully, yeah.
You can ratchet it round a few.
Yeah, we can try and drive it forward a little bit.
Well, it's just curious, it just stopped straight away at that point.
But does that mean there's a rust line? So has it gone hard again?
It's gone hard again, yeah. There we go.
Right, so that's...
Yeah, it's nice and free there, and then it comes up.
So that means there's probably a rust line in the bores, yeah. Now we can keep putting lube into it, and then just keep kind of like easing it to and fro. Stop it.
I think we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been so long.
Yeah. When an engine's sat this sort of long, it's probably diligent to be doing a strip check rebuild anyway.
Yeah,
I think. It's
for
too
the
tight.
sanctity of the engine.
It's
I'd
too
rather-
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just at that point where it will go round one way,
Yeah.
but not the other.
And that'll be from where they've sat. I'm guessing there'll be a rust line in the bore, and the pistons have just locked a
nicking
little
it,
bit.
yeah.
So I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Right, well, as it started so well, we thought we'd give it a clean before the end of the day. We didn't get the other one started, so that's been pushed back into the barn. But really, it looks like it's been here for 100 years, but it hasn't. But it's worth a clean, because I think it's in excellent condition. One of the reasons why these rear engine Skodas are so good at hill climb and they're so good at trialling is because all the weight's at the back like a Beetle and the driver's at the back. This looks like it's been lifted in the suspension department at the front, but we don't think it has. Maybe it just needs to settle. Well, now I've given it a quick clean, and obviously I don't do full detailing on these barn finds videos because I just simply don't have time, but we give it a basic clean. And although the paint is flat, that red has sort of been UV damaged, and it does look like it's been repainted. There's some overspray in a couple of areas. Look at the condition of the sills. Like, the sill line is really good. We haven't found any rot in the chassis of the car. Yes, there's a little dent which maybe James's dad did that we didn't know about, but bodily it's actually not bad at all. There are so few of these cars left. It's just great to know that his dad not only owned one, but ended up with 2 convertibles, and obviously had a real thing for these rear engine Skodas. It's cool and it's rare. And what I get off on doing this show is that I just get to immerse myself in other people's worlds. And, you know, James's late dad was obviously really fanatical about these and quirky Porsches.
Okay, so just these 2 little clips here.
Yeah.
And then that comes
They go
up,
through there.
that's rolled back,
And then
I
that,
think it
does it
then
tumble?
rolls. I think it's a tumbler.
Does it go into a tumble? Does it? Is it like that? And then there's a tonneau cover.
Cover that goes there.
I mean, why? Who needs a Mark 1 Golf clipper? Which you've got a Mark 1 GTI convertible back there next to it. Who needs that when you've got rear engined, rear wheel drive, peasant Porsche action?
Yeah. There we go. It's still not closed.
It's still not closed now. I didn't pressure wash the roof close. I did it from quite a distance. But now you can see the steel rollover hoop.
And we've got the grab handles.
The oh shit handles.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking though that this window is different because it being perspex? This is a different profile to the coupe.
Correct.
Coupe had a bigger window, right?
That's right.
Right.
Hence why it's perspex.
Right.
But it should be. I mean, it should be easy to pop out and replace those because they've actually cleaned up pretty well. But it's a shame it's a bit.
But it's just a flat piece, isn't it? Yeah. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So thanks for inviting us over today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And letting me see your dad's field of Skoda appreciation. Just to be clear, there will be a video on the car cave, on James's dad's car cave in there with the Porsche 968 Club Sports, 928s, 924s. There's also a 924 Carrera GT. A real unicorn Porsche, right?
A real unicorn.
And thanks to you, James, and thank you to your dad.
Yeah.
For being a real, you know, a car hoarder akin to myself. So this is a great car. This is going to be for sale amongst a couple of other Skodas that you see. We will put a list of what's for sale in the description and a contact for James, or if he doesn't want to be contacted, us. All right? If you haven't already subscribed to the Late Break Show, we've done dozens of barn finds now. I actually can't remember how many, but a lot. And if you want to support us via Patreon, there's a link for that in the description. Thank you.